playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here we go with the Packer offense guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way. And right away, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Hey, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Giants will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And you know, Charles, it's been a terrific season for them. They couldn't quite get that #1 seed and the associated bye that goes with it, but nevertheless, they've got to be one of the favorites here to win it all.
They do, because of the season that they've had, the position that they're in, and we know under the old playoff system, they would have this game off. This weekend would not be one that they would play, but nevertheless, maybe it's a good thing. Sometimes you carry that momentum from the season all the way through the playoffs. If you get that open week, sometimes you lose it a little bit. So I think that's what's going to be their mindset.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. To throw is Rodgers. And he's He's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he is going to have a Packers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now Jones. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 24 yards. And the Giants are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now Rodgers. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, Jackson. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. Room here to run. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 76 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Jordan Akins A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Giants continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now the Packers get set to go. So they won their division and earned the right to play at home in the first round of the playoffs, but this one is not going to script so far.
Nowhere did they have the thought process that they'd be down double digits. But the good thing is it's the first half. You and I know, I mean, you've been with me long enough now. Hang with the game plan. Stay the course for a while. Don't panic and change up things. Keep grinding. Long way to go in this ballgame.
That was my question to you. You don't throw everything away at this point. Stay on course.
And stay on course. Obviously, you want to eliminate the things that have caused you to be down double digits. But at the same time, you're not getting it all back in one play. Keep going. The game plan was put in there for a reason.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Here's Jackson to return. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And New York set to take the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they just look completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them. So I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. On first down, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
On second down, it's Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got a man complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan from 8 yards out. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Parkey adds the extra point. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Gano now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. So we come upon halftime. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
A very solid gain of 27. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10. And some room to maneuver. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 132 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. That's to Golladay, and he's got it. Touchdown, New York. Kenny Golladay from 13 yards out. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. The big fella. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Gano for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the
touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Giants get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Rodgers now on 1st down. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just...
Back now at Lambeau. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Sammy Watkins. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Parkey with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Now out come the Giants. And, you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them, because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game, and then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team, and that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly. Big lead, put everything back on the home team, and they're capitalizing.
And right now, that crowd, silent. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Little read option, the end result, the 1st down, so a good read.
And the way teams are running it nowadays, they've added variety to it. You know, the original way was you read the defensive end. If he crashes down, you pull it and you go. Now they may not even block that person, may end up reading the linebacker, may read the cornerback. Just depends on how they want to block it up. In any case, this worked well for them.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 193 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Probably helps your confidence level on those 4th down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end and make sure the ball gets to the 1st down marker, but also he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward, because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap him backwards. Well done there, well executed.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gano now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it was finished up. By the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. It's a swim kick fielded just inside the 20. And now this offense out onto the field.